Welcome back to MG Midget, the birth of a race car, capturing my journey from car restoration to the 2022 MG Car Club Speed Series. In this episode we're going to be having a look at the interior trim. So for sprinting in Group 2 I need to keep some element of interior trim. I'm allowed to take out the front carpets and the trim pieces that surround the firewalls. But other than that, it's all got to be present. This is the old stuff, so as you can see, it was the tan coloured, and you can see what 40 years does to trim. It's in a bit of a state, really. We've got side pieces here, we've got front footwell, we've got some of the trim panels around the dashboard, and then the big pieces, obviously, are the two-door trim pieces here. If you buy this as a set, it's quite expensive to buy, so I'm going to have a go at making my own. So I've calculated that I can manufacture my own for about a third of the cost of going to the main distributors and buying it off the shelf. So what I've bought is sheets of 3mm Foamex material. This is really easy to cut, but substantial enough that it makes good trim panels. So I'm going to have to use the old panels as templates, manufacture and cut out the Foamex to suit. And then what I'm going to do is cover with this automotive trim material. It's kind of a fake leatherette type grain material. You can probably just about see the grain if I come in close. So that will look quite nice, I think. And it's also black, and I wanted a fairly neutral interior. I'm not a great fan of the tan colour, so I've gone for black as well. So how I'm going to fix that on once I've got the trim panels cut is just with some contact adhesive. So for the big panels I'm going to use spray, and then for the edges I can use the brush on contact adhesive. So let's get on with our first panel. I've cut out all of the components now for the interior trim from the 3mm Foamex. And as you can see, for the door cards, I've drilled all the holes in the right position for the clips and the door lock and the window winder mechanism. I use the old panels as templates, so I know that they're pretty much the right size. Got no concerns there. What I've done is bought some automotive, this is vinyl, but it's like a faux leather type trim. It's slightly fur backed, but it will adhere well. I bought a 2 metre by 1.5 metre piece, and as you can see, laying out all the components, there's plenty of material there to be able to cover all the parts. So what I'm going to do now is cut out the material to match the panels inside, and then we can begin the trimming. Having now stuck the material on each of the Foamex boards, what I've done now is go around and trim 1 inch all the way around so that it can be folded over, and on the corners cut ready for trimming to allow the material to be folded over. I'm going to carry on using some contact adhesive. This time, rather than a spray though, I'm going to be using brushable contact adhesive, and for each piece I'm going to go round spread it on the material and the Foamex, and then go and stick that together. When I come to the edges, I'm going to trim that up like this, and then that will allow me to cut and trim and fold that over to get a nice neat edge on each section. So I've done that with each of the panels. I've gone around trimming them to suit. The door caps as well, they've come up well. Nice, that'll look great when it's on the top of the door. But similarly, I've got to go around the inside and now fold that material over to capture it, so you won't be able to see that. So that's the next session I've got, the gluing for the final stage. Two hours later, and I've got a complete trim set ready to go back on the car. Door cappings have come out well as well. They're going to look nice on the top of the door cards, giving the car a really good finish. We've got the interior panels here, we've got the panel going into the dashboard, and of course we've got the door cards and the side pieces as well. So all that remains now is to move on to begin to fit the trim back on the car.